The college football experience week 9 pregame show episode the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5, get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCE SGPN. So do that, and remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience. Week 9 pregame show. Is it really already week 9? It doesn't feel like it, man. The season's rolling along. We got college hoops, 8 days away. Make sure you check out the college basketball experience as well. But this is kind of separation Saturday in a way from a big point of view here. I think we'll get a much clearer picture. Obviously, I think you could say that for every week, but there seems to be a lot of critical games that could have major implications for the 12-team playoff and even the FCS playoffs there. So youtube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button, right? Stop what you're doing, because you're about to ruin this fucking recording right now if you don't hit that like and subscribe button right now. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, well, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck, I can't see pollen. And let's get the fuck out this country, mother.
All right, we got rivalry games. There's still some out there. I know the TV execs are trying to kill them all. We got the Dakota Marker. We got some Ivy League battles. We got the oldest rivalry in the South, the Wahoos, taking on the Tar Heels. And Auburn, Arkansas should be one. I know the history's not as much there. You got the Bronco Mendenhall Bowl. And then you got, Michigan State. Long-time rivalry. Tennessee, Kentucky, long-time rivalry. The battle for the boot out there in Laramie. Colorado State, Wyoming. God damn it. This is fantastic. Get this bullshit out of here, TV execs trying to force Stanford, Miami on us. We don't want that shit. Although Cal and Virginia Tech actually delivered. And hope you cashed in on the Hokies minus the points of one of the worst roughing the passers in the history of football. Shout out to Derek. I already described. And boom. Appreciate you, Derek. All right. Appreciate you. Shout out to Mike in the chat. Long live College Slam, brother. Love that photo as always. Yeah, let's get to it. So the 9 a.m. spot on the West, noon Eastern. I'm on the East now after flying back. To me, I got major plays at this morning slot here. And I'll just start off with Oklahoma Ole Miss. I think it's a fantastic game, and I think you're going to find out high stakes here. High stakes. This is when the idiots tell you they ruined the regular season with the 12 team. They're all full of shit, because there's so many more meaningful games. At South Florida, Memphis has much more meaning than it did before. Ole Miss, Oklahoma, I think right now, number 8 versus number 13, would have major implications on this. So, we could go on and on and on. But Ole Miss, Oklahoma, let's start there. I am on the Sooners pretty heavy here. I just think you're asking, A, there's more tape on Trinidad Chambliss, but B, you're asking a lot for him to go back-to-back away. I know he already lost at Georgia. Georgia to me not as complete as Oklahoma is, at least defensively. And I think the stats will back me up on this. I know the Sooners got a couple guys out, but that's irrelevant to me. They have the number one defense in the nation, holding teams to just 213 yards per game. They have the number one pass defense in the nation, holding teams to 108 yards per game, and they have the third best rush defense in the nation. That I think will be a bridge too far for Lane Train, and I am locking up these Sooners minus the points. You got the Florida talk going on too. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Nurse Jockey in the chat because we have the Sunflower Showdown going on, which I actually think this game has major implications because that's what I'm saying is like this is how you know that's how you know the token idiot that thinks the 4-team playoff. This game right here has major implications. Sunflower Showdown, historic rivalry. But if you just pull up the Big 12 standings, you'll say, wait a second here. Everyone, I guarantee you this right now, BYU and Cincinnati are 4-0. I will guarantee you that will not be the championship game. All right. So that means every team right on the cusp within a 2-game range is very much alive. Arizona State's 3-1, Texas Tech's 3-1, Houston's 3-1. Well, I guess what? Arizona State and Houston play each other. So something's going to happen there. And then I consider all these other teams alive, very much alive. Iowa State, TCU, Baylor, Kansas State, Utah, Kansas, all at 2-2. And a lot of them play each other. So you're going to see a crazy amount of carnage here. And this is, Kansas lost 16 in a row. Kansas laying 3. And I bet this before I knew all those people were out. Dylan Edwards, that dude just stays injured, man. I liked his game, but god damn, that dude stays injured. 8 players out, which includes their kicker and star running back Dylan Edwards. So, rock chalk. Kenny says, you don't look hungover enough, Dundee. Well, I'm not in Vegas anymore, man. I'm not in Vegas anymore. That's part of the battle, I would say. Yesterday, if you tune into the show, I might have looked like Christian Slater in the 90s. So, and that's not a compliment. That's not saying I looked good. It was bad. But yeah, critical games going on there with both of those. I'm on Kansas. Shout out to 8K Radio, best college show on the net. Thank you, brother. Thank you for tuning in, man. Thanks for the kind words as well. Bet boy Tony C, where's my guy Ben? How you been, brother? Hope you're good. And college hoops right around the corner. I know we're gonna be cashing a bunch of stuff too. Yeah, so I'm on Kansas there. And then that South Florida Memphis game. This is one that I ended up betting a little bit later. But I ended up betting South Florida, laying the 3.5 in a awesome game. This is all at that noon slate. Got to get at least the YouTube TV where you have the quad box. You know what I mean? Because those 3 games right there alone, pretty fire. I think what Brendan Lewis, I think he's gonna play, unless I missed a tweet this morning. So, but then after that, you do have. I mean, there's some other games like Bowling Green, Kent State. Not touching that one. I am jumping on this App State Old Dominion game. I ended up taking the points with App. I think I saw 14 this morning, so it's come down a little bit. I took a shot on App State to stay in this game. I know Kanye Roberts is out for the year. I just feel like, and I know I ate shit with App State a week ago, but they blew a big lead against Coastal Carolina. But I'm going to go back to the well and hope that they stay within this number. All right. Stay within this number. 14 plus App State plus 14. Shout out to Jacob in the chat. No quad box today, but good luck with the Illini. Shout out to Joey Lobster. Yes, the fucking man. All right.
All I know is we're hard-working, tax-paying people like you, and we don't take shit from nobody. You got that, asshole? Ask me. The fucking union that works for you.
The noon slate has the oldest rivalry going on in the South. The oldest rivalry in the South. Virginia at North Carolina. If you listen to me earlier in the week, This is a system play. Am I a bit terrified that Chapel Bill's been absolutely fucking horrible? Sure. But it's a system play for me. I've learned over the course of my life that the dog is always the play in this fucking game. And I was reluctant. Patty C, this was a Patty C special here. So, UNC plus what is it, 11, 12, something like that. Also sprinkle the money line. Sprinkle the money line. This game, just the history of this game. You got it. Let's go. Let's go. I also bet this one. Syracuse is getting 17 at Georgia Tech. Look, I don't even feel that good about Syracuse. I just feel like this is a little bit off, right? It's just a little bit off. So I took the 17. I like Fran Brown as a heavy dog. So give me the 17 and the Orange Men to stay in this game. Georgia Tech wins, I don't know, 31-17. Let's go. Shout out to Delta Slim, Howard's homecoming. Take the Bison today. I did take the Bison in the rivalry game there against Morgan State. Let's go. Shout out to the great Scott Bowser. Just took the Long Island Sharks because you play. Hey, I'm on those Sharks too. But I think you could find 7 out there, brother. I was just looking about 10 minutes before I was live there, brother. Shout out to Bowser. I know he got buddy. My bad. I didn't respond. I know you had texted me about the FCS lines, but I was doing the live show when you texted me that. Nebraska, Northwestern. I mean, this is another noon one with major implications. Northwestern, don't look now, but Northwestern is tied for 3rd place in the I mean, they're basically a game out of 1st place right now. While Nebraska's back there at 2-2, so very, very huge game there at Lincoln, or at in Lincoln, Nebraska, at Nebraska Memorial Stadium. Also, another huge game go. So in that game, I didn't bet that game. I ended up laying the 7.5 with Nebraska. I think that they need to get that game at home. But then you have the SMU Wake Forest game. This is one of those TV exec stupid games, but this one actually has got a little bit of a pulse to it because Wake has been way better than what people think. Jake Dickert, they're 4-2. They should be 5-1 to tell you the truth. And even that one that they lost, was a game they had a double-digit halftime lead. They are hosting SMU. SMU trying to do the back-to-back away thing. Remember, SMU has yet to lose a regular season ACC game since they entered the conference. So. And SMU currently in 3rd place, or really 2nd place. They're tied for 2nd. So fascinating stuff there in the Atlantic Coast. SMU's laying 5.5. I ended up taking SMU. So just do a small little wager there. And then the best game in the SEC here. I know there's a lot of fire games, but I'm saying Auburn, Arkansas. This is how the sick ones know this. Shout out to Chase Sessoms. Notorious OTB podcast. Check that out. He knows about this. He's an Arkansas fan. And you ask him, a lot of times you would assume some of those old Southwestern Conference teams are their biggest rivals. And then some of them are, I think. But he also says these Auburn Tigers, battle of winless SEC teams. Good chance Hugh Strip Club Priest is fired if he doesn't win this. Great chance Bobby Road Rash Face Petrino is not brought back unless he wins this. High stakes. Trying to make a bowl game. Arkansas is laying 2.5, and I jumped in on this. Lay the 2.5. Taylor Green. I think there's too much offense for the Razorbacks going against these Auburn Tigers. So jump on it. That's one to kick it off, by the way, at 12:45 Eastern time. So it's still kind of the noon slate there. What an unbelievable noon slate. Can't wait to watch that game. That game's always crazy. But also at noon, if you dig old rivalry games and shit, Harvard, Princeton doing battle. Both teams undefeated in the Ivy. That game going on. Big number, so kind of surprised at that. Penn and Yale is another one. Major stakes in the Ivy League. All that going on at noon. So what a great fucking Saturday we got upon us. Going to the later time slates. I am on the Bronco Mendenhall Bowl. If you saw the Jason Eck lowrider video that he posted, Jason Eck killing it on social media, by the way, and also killing it as a football coach. Utah State's coming into University Stadium there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I cannot wait to watch this game. New Mexico's laying 2.5. If you know, look, and I'm a Bronco Mendenhall guy, but that when he left, there was a lot of animosity between the fan base saying, what the fuck? He just came here for 1 year, selling his pipe dream, and then boom, he bolts to Logan. This game, I think they're going to be ready for this one. So I bet New Mexico -2.5. This is a battle. Me and Mac are battling the bet detective here. Let's go. Then, I mean, that's what I'm saying. The slate is fire. Slate is absolute fire because you jump on over to the game going on in Fresno, California. So the Mountain West giving us, two big games here, and then the Battle of the Boot later in the night. San Diego State heading to Fresno, California in a gigantic game where the winner will probably have the inside track to playing in the Mountain West Championship there. San Diego State's laying 2.5 against Fresno. I don't think I bet this yet prior to this morning. Like, I didn't think I bet it on air or told people to bet this, but I think I won't going in on San Diego State, laying 2.5. Let's go. I think they're going to get it done in Bulldog Stadium. I trust them a little bit more. So let's go. Don't break the bank on that one. I just think $50. Put $50 on San Diego State there. That's a major game though. Alabama is at South Carolina. We will see if the Gamecocks can, Kalen DeBoer has been great against ranked teams. That was never the problem. It's a game like this that would be the problem. Bama's laying 11.5. My thing is, I just never thought South Carolina would be that good this year. I locked up the win total under, which cashed. Or I guess it's about to cash if they lose today or next week. Yeah, I still think South Carolina probably the play, just because I feel like Alabama's played so many big games in a row. They might be a little asleep early on. I didn't personally bet this game, but I think gun to my head here, give me the Gamecocks plus 11.5. NC State Pitt, a critical one also in the ACC. Pitt laying 6.5. Terrified of this one as someone that has a ticket for Pitt to make the ACC championship game. I think you have to take the pussy pack, knowing the history of Pitt. But they are the pussy pack. Something's got to give here. Something's got to give. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rolex Dad. I'm sorry. I think San Diego State is a little bit further along. Ents is in year 1 still, so yeah. The shiz, Colby, we got a preview exclusive parlay. Sure, we could always do that. But hold on, I'll hit you with that in like 20 minutes. Right now, I want to talk about Illinois heading to Washington. This is one of those TV exec games, but I actually think this one's decent. The Illini are catching 3.5. It's come down a point, and I think that's because it's going to be a field goal game. So I will take the Illini plus the points there in that matchup. I mean, I don't feel amazing about it. That is not a lock, but just those wacky games where you go across the country. But major implications though, because the winner of that, you can actually build a path to them going 9-3 potentially. And then at 9-3, who knows? Maybe you get in. Missouri, Vanderbilt. This one I am on. The piss that is going to be coming in on these Tigers. I feel good about Diego laying 2.5. I feel good about the Vanderbilt defense limiting Pribula Oblongata to throwing for like nothing. So that is a lock. And guess what? I'll give you, I know you're looking for the preview show exclusive parlay, which I'm in on, but I'm going to give you just a 2-step. There's the Texas 2-step. Well, we're going to change that. We're going to pivot to the Iowa 2-step. All right. The Iowa 2-step taco pizza special. And that is we're going to lay the 8.5 with the Iowa Hawkeyes against Minnesota. And we're going to parlay that with the Iowa State Cyclones laying 2.5 against BYU. See ya at the winner's circle. Let's go. So am I on the Huskies? No, I took Illinois. I mean, I picked Illinois. I did not bet that game though. Iowa parlay though. Get in on the action. Other shit I'm on. Well, I guess I should just highlight. There's another huge game going on at Nippert Stadium, and I actually did bet this one. Actually, Baylor getting 3.5 at Cincinnati. I think Baylor's live on the money line here, so I took a shot at the Baylor Bears plus 3.5 here. So that game actually does have major implications on the Big 12 as well. Texas is at Mississippi State. Look, I took the boys in Stark Vegas, but this seems like the chalkiest play of the day is take Mississippi State, right? It just seems chalky. It seems very chalky. Was on the flight back, wearing the SGPN DGens hat. Someone recognized me, said, "Hey, we're all over Mississippi State this weekend," and I'm like, "Yeah." And then I sat there and I thought about this, and I go, "Oh shit." You know, when you get that from the lay NFL fan, because we were talking for a little bit, I don't know. Just saying, I don't know about that one. Even though I did, I'm on State. I'm riding it with you, but I'm a bit terrified. I did. You know what? I did a chalk parlay today too. I'm going to give you another chalk parlay. We are taking Stanford's at Miami for the first time ever. Miami is going to fuck them up today. So we're going to lay the 29.5 with the Miami Hurricanes. Right? We are also going to lay Oregon minus 31.5 against Wisconsin. That's just a close your eyes special here, just because Stanford and Wisconsin, I don't think they're going to be able to score much. Over under 1.5 touchdowns on that combined in both games. Let's bet that. Let's do a little parlay here. I also bet Michigan State against Michigan. Rivalry game. Jonathan Smith played them well a year ago. I know the vibe in East Lansing isn't great right now, but you know how to correct that? You win a game like this. Or at least stay in a game like this. So on Sparty there, that's a lock against the Wolverines. Also, I bet A&M minus 2.5 against LSU. I can't think of the last time I faded LSU in Baton Rouge. I'm guessing one of Saban's Alabama teams in the past 10 years, if I had to guess. But here I am taking Texas A&M minus 2.5 against LSU, and I saw a lot of the public was on LSU, so I feel pretty good about that. I'm also locking up Boston College getting 26.5 against Louisville. Look, Louisville's good. Brahms already being talked about at Florida or Penn State. 26.5. I understand Boston College's ass. That's a gigantic fucking number. I mean, I know they lost at Pitt 48-7, but other than that, they've been in a lot of these other games. So I will take BC plus 26.5. It's a hangover moment for Louisville too. They just went down to Miami and dominated that game. Give me the points. BC loses by 20, something like that. Channing saying, "Are we on Mercyhurst?" Yes, I did bet Mercyhurst this morning. The hospital. Jump on over to that one. Mercyhurst laying 6.5 against Stonehill. Just be aware though. That's taking all 4 quarters. That's going to take all 4 quarters, I think, to get there. But we're going to get there. Brian Sanchez. Shout out to the great Brian Sanchez. Presbyterian Dayton over the total. Dundee, lock it up. I just took Dayton in the points. What is that total again? Let me load that up. I think Dayton in the points is the play. 50.5 is the total. I definitely think Dayton is going to stay in this game too. Like I can buy that because Presbyterians they're scoring this year. They're scoring points. And I think Dayton's good enough to put at least 2 or 3 touchdowns on the board. So, all right, I'll jump in on that. But I like Dayton in the points. I like Dayton in the points to stay in that game. That's a critical game in the Pioneer League, folks. All right, that's why I love the chat bringing that game up. Also, hold on before I want to hammer a couple other games at night that I like here. Actually, I don't know that it. I think Utah is the play against Colorado. It's gone up a little bit, so I don't know that I love it. And if you can get Houston at a touchdown, I think Houston stays in that game against Arizona State. Battle of the Boot, Colorado State, Wyoming. This is a great rivalry game. I tend to think Colorado State plus 4.5 is the play. I know the quarterback Nicolosi's out, but he they had been playing multiple quarterbacks anyway. So when they were playing Brousseau, I think his name was. Yeah, rivalry game, getting points. I just want action in that game because that game's fun as shit to watch. Both teams fired their coaches too, so I mean, Wyoming fired their OC. Norvell's out at Colorado State, but I just think it's a little too much. Wyoming's offense is not prolific by any means, so I think it's like a field goal game. So you getting the Rams there? Let's go. I think Georgia Southern's a decent play against Arkansas State. I think they're going to beat Arkansas State tonight. Georgetown and Bucknell. That game. I love that question, Bowser. I went with the Hoyas, but I did not bet this. So Georgetown, I think, is one of the harder teams to understand this year. Georgetown's 4-3, but man, when they don't show up, they don't show up. You look back at the 46-0 loss to Brown, or in the second half of the Lafayette game, they were beating Lafayette pretty soundly at one point in that, I guess, mid third quarter. And then Lafayette scores like 24 unanswered. I tend to think Georgetown's a little bit better, but I don't feel very confident in that play. I would stay away if it was up to me. Shout out to Brian Sanders, Virginia Tech Cash. Man, that was a sweaty fucking game. What was the worst roughing the passer maybe ever, by the way? That might even be worse than anyone we've ever covered on any show. Kentucky plus the points. I didn't bet this though. Kentucky's offense is so bad. And I think Tennessee, like, they actually probably played a little bit better in the Alabama game than the score reflected. But I thought it was a little steep, and I thought it was a little bit of a letdown spot, back to back away for the Vols. So I took Kentucky, but I did not bet that game. What else do we have on the board? FCS, since we seem to be talking FCS. Let's look at the 1-game coaching bump. All right. Let me make sure I just nail this one. But we have the 1-game coaching bump scenario going on. Where the fuck is this? Let me just jump over to the conference. Let's go to the SWAC, where the brother of Steve McNair, Fred McNair, former Alcorn State head coach, who did a solid job there too. Southern is 1-6. They are catching 3 at home against Florida A&M, who's not very good either. They're 2-4. Right? Florida A&M just barely got past Alcorn last week. But I believe this is one of the better plays on the board here. I think Southern money line is the play. All right. And we did nail Montana last night. And frankly, we should have nailed Charlotte last night. You know, that was ridiculous. Yeah, I think Southern is one of the better FCS plays today. I think they're going to get up for Coach McNair. So jump in on that. I also tend to think Grambling will stay within that number against Jackson State in that rivalry game. They're getting like 21. Grambling, I think, can stay within that number. Although Jackson State really looks like one of the better teams in the conference, but I think that's a big line for a rivalry game. Those are some of the FCS ones I like. I like Northern Colorado against UC Davis. That's a fascinating game to me. Northern Colorado playing a lot better this season under Coach Lamb. And I know last year UC Davis beat them 59-7. But now they're going to Greeley, Colorado. 10.5, I thought the line was, or 11, something like that. I think Northern Colorado can stay within that number. I know UC Davis is top 20 team, but I just think Northern Colorado is the books have yet to adjust with how good Northern Colorado's played this year. Northern Colorado should have beat Colorado State. They got absolutely robbed on a touchdown back in week 2. So, you saw them at Sac State. They lost at the 1 yard line at Sac State. So they have been playing good ball despite their record not looking amazing. We got the Dakota Marker rivalry game going on in Brookings, South Dakota. That's honestly one of the top 10 best games of the day today. I like North Dakota State. I think 3.5 is what I got them at. I think it's probably still the same. I like North Dakota State today against South Dakota State. I'm actually seeing the line at 4 right now, but yeah, I think they're gonna. This one will take all 4 quarters too. I think, but I think North Dakota State, the better team. Palasek, when they got Palasek as head coach, man, that was just a power move by North Dakota State because he's much better than Entz to me. So I do like that. Nick in the chat saying Norfolk State money line. They fired some of their coaches, but here's my problem. I'm on the other side of this one. South Carolina State's laying 14, I think it is. South Carolina State's a good program. I have watched Norfolk State a few times, and I know Vic just fired a few. They're just not good. They're just not good. I fired a couple of their coaches. I don't know that that's going to help. I think South Carolina State's the actual play. I think so. I think that's the. I mean, South Carolina State is like a respect. Like I know Buddy Pugh's gone, but Dawson, the coach that came in from Benedict, he's been fire, and I fully expect them to at least win this game. 14's a big number, but yeah, I personally think I can't get behind. I can't, but it's not Dawson, by the way. It's Barry. I think Vic's team is so bad though. I just can't get behind it. So, what is the best bet for the 12 o'clock games? I would say I love these right here. I like Oklahoma, Kansas, South Florida, North Carolina. I'm also on App State. And I'm also on SMU. So I mean, I'm on a lot of games at noon. I would say if I had to power rank these for the FBS, Oklahoma's my favorite one. And my second favorite one would probably be North Carolina. My third favorite would be South Florida. Fourth would be Kansas. And also, if the Arkansas game at 12:45, I like Arkansas in that one, but that game's historically fucking bananas. So, I guess I have a little bit less confidence with just because the history of that game. But those would be the ones I like most, I would say. But if you're talking FCS as well at noon, which it seems to be some in the chat, I like Dayton in the points. I also like Mercyhurst laying the number against Stonehill. I do think that'll take all 4 quarters to get there, though. I think that'll take all 4 quarters. I also took a shot on Princeton. I know that game was a blowout last year. That's a big ass number, man. That is a big ass number. So yeah, those are them right there. As far as the parlay, let's add Oklahoma. So if we're gonna do this parlay, we gotta do it right now. All right, right now. Oklahoma, and I gotta write this down because there's nothing worse than hosting this shit in the morning and forgetting to place your wager. Oklahoma minus the points is the first leg. And we got to get that in 23 minutes, guys. All right. We're going to parlay that. I know we already have the Iowa parlay, but I'm trying to go off the reservation some here. Oklahoma, New Mexico. And I kind of think, or should we just do an SEC parlay? What about Oklahoma, Arkansas, Vanderbilt? Oklahoma, Arkansas, Vanderbilt. And let's add, man, that Texas Mississippi State line just reeks though. Let's go A&M. Is that the one that's going to burn us though? Because it's Tiger Stadium. How about we just do those 3 SEC teams I mentioned, right? Oklahoma, Arkansas, Vanderbilt. And then let's stick with New Mexico. And do we do an SEC Mountain West parlay and just do New Mexico, San Diego State? And that's our 5 right there. Are every one of those teams favored? That's a terrible, terrible thing to have. Okay, we can't do that. San Diego State can't be the option. New Mexico, and we got to get one dog on this thing. The dog is Boston College. Boston College or Michigan State. What do we feel better about, Chad? Boston College or Michigan State? Boston College or Michigan State? What are we doing here? I could do Houston too. But I feel like that game, I feel like let's just do Boston College. Let's do Boston College here. All right, the parlay. Oklahoma laying the points. Arkansas laying the points. Vandy laying the points. New Mexico laying the points. And then Boston College plus 26.5 points. I think people say Sparty. I did do some player prop stuff. William Lundy. I took the Gio Lopez. I think what was it? 172 his pass yards, something like that. 174 maybe. Here, let me see if I can load this up. Where are we? Yeah, so here's what I took. I got Haynes King. Anytime rushing touchdown over a half. I have Gio Lopez higher than 172 pass yards, I think it is. I'm also on that Jonah Coleman, higher than a half rushing touchdown and receiving. Oh, I kind of like his yards too. I think it's at 60 something. And then I went with Mason Heitschel, the quarterback of Pitt. NC State's defense is still trash. I think he'll throw for more than 243.5. So those ones I did jump on. Boom. There we go, Braden. Let me just put this parlay in before I forget right now, guys. So Oklahoma minus 4.5. All right. Then we do where are you, Vanderbilt? Arkansas, actually. Arkansas minus 2.5. Vanderbilt minus 2.5. And then we do. I mean, really, should I? Part of me just wants to go with all the fucking Mountain West teams. Where is this game? New Mexico -2.5. Is BC going to be the one that costs us? Are we? Did anyone else co-sign BC with me? Because I see some people say Sparty. All right, fuck it. Let's go with Sparty. Sparty's the one. We're changing this. You guys all said Sparty. Let's go. You can get 14.5 out there still. All right. $50 is bringing us 1,100. All right. Let's go. How's it only 1,100? Shouldn't it be one more? Shouldn't it be a little bit more? Should we add one more team? Let's add one more team. Let's go back to San Diego State. Who are we kidding? Right? Let's go to San Diego State. I mean, if you're going to throw $50, you want a little bit more than that, right? All right. Oh, it's 3.5 now, though. No. Let's go. Now let's just stay with the 1,100. Who are we fucking kidding? All right. Let's go. See you at the winner's circle, people. See you at the winner's circle. It's in. All right. Yeah. Any other stuff out there? There we go. There we go. BC. Shout out to Kenny Porter saying that's the best college sports show. Fuck College Game Day. Hit that like button. Amen. Amen. College Game Day is, you know what sucks about College Game Day is the fact that it used to be like about the whole sport. Now it's just pumping their brands. It's all infected, you know. Some would say the news is similar, you know, just the actual news, whether it's CNBC, whether it's Fox, whatever. It's like they're going for their agenda more than their actual just covering the news. Same now it's bled into the sports world. Unfucking believable. But okay. What about some FCS? Let's talk a little bit of FCS here. Because there are a couple other plays I like. I think Campbell is going to get the best of North Carolina A&T. Sorry, Terrell Furman Jr. Sorry, Lonte Smith. I think Campbell is the play laying 3 against North Carolina A&T. I think Campbell's actually much better than their record. They're 2-6. They beat Campbell beat A&T 21-7 last year. And I think this year's Campbell team is actually better than last year's Campbell team. Like their roster, their talent is actually better, I believe. So yeah, let's go on that. I know Campbell struggles to throw the ball. All right. But how about this? They're a top 30 rushing team. And the A&T rush defense is 119th. All right. Let's go there. It's an in-state battle too. I actually took a shot at this game. Montana was easy, but I took a shot on Columbia just because that historically those Ivy League games are rather close. But whew, fucking Dartmouth just destroying teams. Another one I like, believe it or not, is Robert Morris laying 3 against St. Francis, Pennsylvania. St. Francis is dropping down to D3. Their whole team left. They're 0-6. I know Bob Morris is not good by any means, but I think they're much better and much further along than St. Francis. So lay the 3 with Robert Morris and former Cincinnati Bengal linebacker and Miami Hurricane Bernard Clark. Another one I like, rivalry game. Let's talk about this. Southern Utah is laying like 13, I think it is, against Utah Tech. It's a rivalry game. And if you haven't been to like St. George, Utah, or Zion National Park, these schools are like right next to each other. They're within like a 5-minute drive, I feel like. Last season, Southern Utah won 37-34. This year, they're at Utah Tech, a.k.a. Dixie State. That line's too much for me. I know Southern Utah is the better team this year. This is a rivalry game. I think Utah Tech is a smash play. I think the money line's live. Money line is live with Dixie State there. So let's go. Double-digit dog. Who doesn't want that? Who does not want that shit right there? I also this one's a crazy play, but Tarleton State's really laying 23.5 against Eastern Kentucky. I know Tarleton State's been fucking up everybody, but I feel like a far trip east to Richmond, Kentucky, a top 5 team coming in the house of an EKU team that, I mean, they're historically a decent program. You know what I mean? Like that's a big ass number. Took a shot on EKU. I know they're not having the best of seasons, but I think EKU can stay within that. Another one is the rivalry game, the battle of the Rhode Island teams. Bryant's at Rhode Island. Bryant 2-5. I know Bryant, but Bryant beat an FBS in UMass. Rhode Island obviously won the CAA a year ago and looks like they could win it again this year. 20.5. I have to take the fucking points in the Bryant Bulldogs. Have to. You have to. I know they got some injuries. Sure, whatever. Just take the 20.5. That's a rivalry game. Let's go. That's pretty much everything I got. So we're early. This is what happens when I don't have a co-host to just go through every fucking game. Should we do a double-digit money line parlay? Oh man, Weehawk. That's tough, buddy. Can you get delivery? Can you? Yeah, you got someone in the neighborhood that can deliver a TV? Yeah, no. Brown is one that I like today too. Actually, they're at Cornell. I like that play. What about a double-digit dog scenario here? And let me see if they will actually put this shit in right now. Double-digit dog scenario. Let's go to the likes of where are we at here? Utah Tech money line plus 340. Right? This is on FanDuel right now. FanDuel. Let's parlay that. The thing is, Northern Colorado. I feel like Northern Colorado's live, but UC Davis, I could see winning, and then just missing out. But I could see it. Let's throw Northern Colorado there, plus 285. Right. Money line dog. I'm looking for double digit dogs too. So that's the angle that I'm using to do this approach right now. I do like Brown though, minus 2.5 against Cornell. Let's go. Let me just jump over back to the FBS. But those double digit dogs right there. Princeton, I don't want to do. I mean, I feel like Princeton can cover that number, but I feel like Harvard really is a better team. Fuck me. Hang on. Where is this? All games. Here we go. Let's parlay that with the likes of North Carolina on the money line plus 350. And do we have another double digit dog that could be live? I would say let's Michigan State. Michigan State could do this, right? Michigan State could really do this. All right, so we have 4 double-digit dogs. You put $50 on them. You are winning $20,532. $50. If you want to go lower, because it seems a bit crazy, $20 will get you almost $9,000, 8,500, 8,600 just about. So why not though? Let's just throw $20 on Utah Tech money line, Northern Colorado money line, North Carolina money line, and Michigan State money line. FAU, I don't think they could win it, but yeah. There we go. There we go, Brian. Yeah, Long Island's up to 10. We moved that. I firmly believe we moved that. Folks, that is our show. Have a wonderful day. You can catch me on Sports Grid and VSiN throughout the day. So yeah, in case line movement or some shit happens. But appreciate everyone tuning in. Shout out to the great Scott Bowser. All right. Give him a follow. Check out all of his work. And yeah, appreciate everybody. Let's go. YouTube.com/The College Experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D, the College Football Experience, on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Till next time, folks. This is the College Football Experience pregame show. Have a wonderful day, folks. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. They say the Lord watches over my sins, over my head, watching hair as it thins. Over the ledge, and ain't letting me in. There's still regiments and relevance to letting me win. Win-win, lose or draw. You ain't prepared unless you all ready to lose it all. Losing a brawl? Yeah, that's a Friday day. Good friends know my Nina Hideaway. They came and went, but the riders stay. So it's like I won the lottery and can't be found until I resurface with the latest purchase. 33 and a third and 45 circles. You ain't got that shit. And I ain't 45 king. But on the beats, I've been doing my thing. I start the program and the doorbell ring. I gotta leave town to a place I can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. American dreams, lessons, and still